Medic, Sunset Sarsaparilla. Good day, fleshy mammal. Oh, one's Moon 37. How is it going? I have not been called a fleshy animal in quite some time. You win the award for you most unique greeting I've received in probably a year. Take Sync Project Autodoc. Yes, we want that. I'm gonna drink some water too. Ooh, that's what I'm into. Hopefully you weren't there for some time and I just ignore you. That would be terrible. Also, this alpha generation does not seem to be as much as I'd like it to be. Welcome, user. Sierra Madre test case. I once heard the execs mention that whether the Sinclair knew it or not, this Sierra Madre would be a test case for the Autodoc and the innovative toxins research. Maybe they were joking, but even that kind of a joke sends a chill down my spine. If I got poisoned by one of those toxins, no way I'd crawl inside one of those Y-17 Autodocs here if my life depended on it. The medical tech for those trauma students alone makes me wish they'd erase their research. They seriously do more thinking than the people do inside of them. Oh. Y-17 trauma harness testing results. The Y-17 trauma harness has succeeded or beyond our wildest expectations. The test harness were able to take over the motor functions of an injured subject and walk them back to home base. We'll have to see what it develops once it's recorded enough neuromuscular movements to display a wider range of behaviors. To think if they could be programmed to replicate whereas shooting or fighting reflexes, we'd have something truly amazing for the war effort. What was the other greeting last year? See, now you've painted me to a corner because, you know, I don't remember how people greeted me last year. Oops, I didn't even read that. But I don't want to say that you have given me the most creative greeting of all time. Not to say, like, to discredit your claim of saying, oh, good day, fleshy mammal. Which, you know, I appreciate that. But what happens if there was someone like you... Oh, dear me, that's not what we wanted. There was someone like you, say, last year who gave me an equally interesting greeting, and I just forgot about that. Like, you get my predicament? Like, I just don't want to take away someone else's credit if they had an interesting greeting, but I have forgotten, you know, such greetings because I am a fleshy animal. My mind is frail, and I forget things easily. No, it's new coal. And I'm wondering if we wait for an hour, if we, or we could cover a lot of HP. Nope, not really. Alright, so let's just keep heading forward then. Like, well, see, here's the thing, because most of the times people, they talk to me and they just greet me, like, by first name basis. Like, oh, hello, sir. Delicious, I'm sure. Or I guess, like, people get, like, throw, like, an insult your way, but that's, usually you feel like throwing an insult your way, and then it's like, okay, well... Thanks, they called me a loser. But there have been some very creative insults that I've heard, but like I don't remember them. Like, it's just not something that, you know. I just something that I agree with the I have just my pants. No, that has not happened to me yet. Though I'm sure like it could happen because we as humans typically live, you know, a few number of years, so I mean, you can even be the first person to do that, though that would be a little bit weird, and that might be, the implications of that might make you uncomfortable, because if you say that, then either, you know, you're making a, you know, a lewd comment like that, or it's, an actual, well, a reality for you. Nice soccer blood. Cool. Yeah, we'll take that as well, and actually, let's drink some stuff. Let's well, like I see, dude, I say I haven't called that yet because I'm trying to be logically consistent here. I'm not saying like it's going to happen. I'm just saying like it might happen sometime in the future. To say that it will never be the case that someone will say, "Oh, I have jizz in my pants." To say that will never happen, I think is not entirely honest, because, you know, anything can happen. How much radiation do we have? Like 100. So we can wait a little bit on that. Oh, we're actually gonna need to use a stim pack, I think. Like, okay, and like realistically speaking, I don't think it's incredibly likely. Like, I think I could like live my life and not have someone, you know, say that to me, though weirder things have happened. I still want to, you know, put myself in a weird spot and saying, oh, it will never happen, and like it just happens the next day, or that you yourself, you know, go ahead and say that, because then it's like, well, shoot, like you really just outplayed me there. Yeah, and I think I'll just drink the Nuka-Cola, I think. And we'll eat the jalapeno pepper. Like, maybe it's very common for some people, but the kind of environment that I'm in, I just don't think I'll be greeted that way. I mean, we could like bet about it, but then again, it'd be a very like long bet. You'd have to keep like checking. It's like, oh, has it happened yet? Next thing, like yes or no. But then even then, like maybe I'm just lying to you, or maybe someone has, you know, greeted me in such a way and I've just forgotten. It is possible. Dude, this being like bald is it's weird. I'm not used to it. I thought for sure I would have had hair on my head, but I guess not. Well, and I can like, you know, I can ask you what's the most creative greeting that you've gotten. Oh, actually, I don't think we want to just jump down in there. Oh, Nuka-Cola has worn off. All right. Well, it was good while it lasted. But see, like... Oh, hello. We'll open up the duffel bag, yes. Magnum rounds, cool. Except we don't even use Magnum rounds. That's fine. If someone gives you a very creative greeting, or they gives... So even like if someone does like a good zinger, like, or like a joke or something. Like, I think, like, on average, like, you remember it for about a week, and then you just forget about it. That's my claim. At least that's how I operate. I don't think my short-term memory is, like, necessarily that great. We'll pick this down to root. What are you? A spore plant. Also, I got a lot of experience for that. Oh, good grief. Dionia Miss Muscipula? Pronunciation is hard for me. A corrosive glove. Oh, DPS 23. I don't know if that's actually that good. That seems pretty weak as far as melee weapons are concerned. But what is that? Take the Valiance... Whatever that is. Dude, there's a bunch of big sciencey words here that I am struggling to... Oh, we were going to maintain this. Alright. It gives us more endurance, but we don't actually need more endurance because we are maxed out. Yeah, so I guess we'll just head down this ravine then. I think that's where we need to go. Oh, hello, robot.
I have a personal message for you from Uncle Sam.
This. You remember one time in middle school, my last 2 minutes, the last day of school, my 8th grade, in 8th, my friend jumped on his desk, crouched down and dabbed, and then said, "Allah Akbar," while toasting a ketchup packet until it blew up. Man, okay, that's a very vivid experience for middle school. I can't quite say I've had the same experience with that, though. I do remember doing the last 2 minutes on the last day of school. I guess that makes sense because, like, as 8th grader, you're probably excited for, you know, middle school to be over. I don't remember my last day of middle school. Actually, no, that's a lie. I do remember some details. But see, I didn't have, like, quite the adventure that you did. I remember, like, going on the bus to my friend's house. Which you might say, like, that's an adventure in itself. But, like, that just sounds adventurous. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not, you know, an ambitious kid growing up. I will get that. Sell that stuff later, too. Like, I was a pretty, low stakes kind of kid. Like, I didn't really get into much trouble, and I wasn't like too much of a free spirit. Hospital, I got kicked in the balls that day. Dang, kicked in the... Dude, that hurts, man. Like, that's a very sensitive area. I know, like, when I get, you know, canned or something else. Like, it just does not feel good. Like, it sounds like you had a more complete day that day in 8th grade than I have had in, like, some years. Now you have a raisin and watermelon. That's, I don't know how it's, you know, that makes you feel, man. Like, I could offer commentary on that, but, you know, that's kind of like an ambiguous situation where you're not really quite sure what to say, because some people might view it as a blessing, others might view it as a curse. There you go, that. Unless, like, you meant in the very literal sense that you have both a raisin and a watermelon, to which case I say, like, you know, have you eaten the raisin yet? Or, like, the watermelon. Like, watermelons are good, but I don't eat them very often. Like, I'm just not a fruit guy in general. Alright, we've got the seed package. Alright, we will go to the...
We are reading increased levels of berserkity and securitrons from the deconstruction plan.
Berserkity, that's a good word. But, I mean, you know, I think it makes sense for... You have earned beautiful beatdown perk. How could it be a blessing, like, having, like, a raisin and a watermelon? Because, like, it depends, like, on the perspective. Like, I'm assuming, like, you mean, like, in, you know, in the metaphorical sense. So in the metaphorical sense, like, maybe it's a good thing just because, like, you like to have different things. Like, maybe you're a person who, and I'm not saying this is likely, I'm just saying hypothetically. Like, I'm being, like, this sounds a straw man at this point. I'm just trying to prove a point. You might be a person who values, asymmetrical things so much that as soon as, like, you have something that's asymmetrical of yourself, that's, like, a sense of pride and joy for you. So, like, say if you had, like, one pinky that's longer than the other, you might say, you know what, this makes me feel good. So for that particular person, it could be a blessing in that sense. But if you're talking about, oh, you literally have a raisin and a watermelon, then I think that's pretty obvious about how that could be a blessing, because it's just, dude, that's food to eat, man. Like, some people just don't have that. Whereas you have a raisin and a watermelon to eat, sure, like, the raisin's, like, pretty, walking eye. What is that? Holy, I'm swimming. The raisin's not gonna, like, last very long. Oh, hello. We should actually heal up before we die. But, like, a watermelon, you can snack on that for some time. That's my diagnosis anyways. Diagnosis. Also, we were coming to the conclusion that I just can't speak. I'll eat that junk food as well. Got him. You like to sniff Pixie Sticks and crush up Cheetos and snort. Okay, so this is where, like, you'll, like, talk to me and then you become, you know, aware of the fact that I'm actually pretty uneducated in the ways of your lifestyle. But, like, do you actually, like, I assume you're being facetious, but then it makes me wonder, like, to what end would you, you know, snort the Cheetos? Because I can't imagine, like, that would be a very good experience. Like, the Pixie Sticks I could maybe understand just because, like, you pull it off as, like, a prank or something. Or, hey, maybe, like, that's something that you like to do. And if, you know, that's the case, like, more power to you. But, for me, that's not something I would think to do. But, like, maybe there's something nice about, you know, sniffing Pixie Sticks. Like, and the other thing, too, is if you just say sniff, then it's like, well, maybe they just smell good. And that I can totally, you know, come to terms with. The snorting of the Cheetos is like, wouldn't that just be unpleasant for the nose? And I have to say, I come from a background where I haven't done any drugs or anything, so I'm not familiar with snorting stuff. And pencil shavings, okay, the pencil shavings actually make more sense to me than the Cheetos, because the Cheetos, I understand that, like, actually, I think we need the coffee mug too. Also, these are different cabinets. The Cheetos, I think, like, they would just hurt, man. Like, you just snort them and it's like, oh, it doesn't feel good. 2 HP for that. Is that all we got from it? But the pencil shavings, like, dude, pencil shavings can actually smell pretty dope, man. Like, pencil shaving, because, like, you have, like, the pine scent sometimes. Yeah, no, I'm serious, man. The pencil shavings make more sense to me than the Cheetos. Like, 100%. The Cheetos just seem like they'd burn. Okay, well, we can spend some more time drinking water, but